Last year in Omaha, it was Ncaa with an ace on national championship point. Couldn't write a better script. They get the sweep there. Then this year, here in Tampa, A'ja O'Neal with an ace on national championship point. Texas sweeps Nebraska. They win their fourth Ncaa title, and the watch parties in Austin, Texas going wild. The trophy presentation is underway. Texas Longhorns, your champions.
Deputy Director of Athletics at Loyola University Chicago and Chair of the Ncaa Division I Women's Volleyball Committee. Fans, let's give all of the outstanding student athletes, coaches, and staff from the University of Nebraska a round of applause. And now, the 2023 Ncaa Division I Women's Volleyball National Champions. Finishing with a record of 28-4 and going back-to-back, the University of Texas Longhorns. Will the following individuals please come forward to receive your awards? Ncaa, Carissa Barnes, Bella Bergmark, Naya Bunton, Marina Crownover, Emma Halter,
Trophy.
Riley
This is a team
Heinrich,
that returned 11 players from that national championship team last year, but the story couldn't have been any different. So incredible. Remember, last year, they were #1 from the start and the favorite coming into the tournament.
I think last year for Texas, there was a huge shift in their culture. And I think it stuck with them through the hard times this season. They were able to work through it, stay focused, have each other's back, and you see them peaking at the right moment. It's been incredible. I don't think there's very many people besides Longhorn Nation who had Texas winning the national championship this year.
We saw that confidence really start to take off, especially in Stanford out at the regionals. Remember, Tennessee had match point, ready to send Texas home in the regional semifinal, and the Longhorns got through that, forced a 5th set.
Yeah, they rattled off 3 points in a row. We asked for the players, what was going through your mind in that moment? And they said, nothing, you can't go there. You can't allow your mind to go to a place where you think you're going to lose. You just got to fight and claw and try to score points, and they were able to do that. But when they forced the 5th, they dominated. And then it felt like that confidence grew from there, and that was the launch point for this team. And they haven't looked back since. Clearly, this was such a dominant performance, a dominant weekend from Texas volleyball in the national semifinal and final.
It started in set 3. I mean, we felt the domination in set 3 against Wisconsin on Thursday in the semifinal when they went on an 11-0 run and had those aces, 5 of them for Matt, 6 of them for Maddie Skinner.
And you thought that might be an outlier, right? Unfortunately, sometimes bad sets happen for teams, and you thought Wisconsin was going to be able to come back and regroup. But Texas never let up. And you saw much of the same that you saw in set 3 and set 4, and that's how they got the win. We saw that same thing happen here today in sets 2 and 3.
We did. Nebraska had no answers for Texas today, but it was because of the service pressure.
We said at the start of the day, it's an elite feeling, winning a national title. And Texas has felt it twice in the last 2 years.
Amazing, back to back.
What does it feel like?
Feels incredible. Feels like you don't want the time with your team to end. I remember I was sad that the season was over because I loved my team.
And you were a senior when you won,
I
correct?
was, yeah. And I still love my team. We still have a group text.
You mentioned the culture piece for Texas. I think we're going to see that continue. Like, you still talk to your teammates. This team seems so close. No matter which player you talk to, they all say the same thing. It is a family unit.
Connected for life.
'23 national champions, the Texas Longhorns, back to back. They defeated 3 straight #1 seeds to take home their 4th NCAA title, their 5th overall, including their AIAW championship. They did it with so many different weapons, too. Yeah, we talk about Maddie Skinner, but Jenna Winnes stepped up. Asia O'Neal, of course, the 6th-year player coming back and winning back-to-back titles. Texas, your national champion. We'll be back after these messages and a word from your local ABC station. Hey, Asia, can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay, great. We're almost back. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Here we go. How fitting, Asia O'Neal putting that name, Texas, your national champion in 2023. The Longhorns going back-to-back with a sweep of Nebraska. And your all-tournament team, of course it includes Asia. Also Madison Skinner, Emma Halter, Alice Swindle of this Texas team. Maddie Skinner named the most outstanding player. We are so lucky to talk to now the 2-time national champion, Asia O'Neal. How did this team go back-to-back, Asia?
You know, I just think it has to do with our culture. Our coaches do an incredible job of putting the right girls here who love each other and care for one another. And obviously we didn't have the fastest start to our season. It was a little rocky, but we really trusted the process. And because of our love for one another, we were able to continue to get better and peak at the right time.
When you chose to come back for your 6th year, there were some injuries, some struggles, obviously you guys losing. How did you guys stick to your game plan?
You know, I just think we all knew that we were yet to play our best volleyball, and all of us are really big competitors. We want to be the best we can be, so we knew that if we continued to stick with it in the practice gym that we were going to get better. And just because we love each other so much and love being with one another, we didn't want our season to end, so we just kept fighting all throughout the tournament.
Asia, my goodness, you are unstoppable from the service line. What was that feeling like going on that run?
It was crazy. I was kind of in disbelief for a second, but I was like, you know what, I have confidence in myself, so I'm just going to go back and put in my good serve, and it worked.
You have 4 aces in a row. You got a new career high in aces today. We saw you embrace your dad after you guys won. What did he say to you?
He really just told me this is like the epitome of trusting the process. As you know, like I was injured and we had a rocky start to the season. It was the most challenging season by far since I've been in college, and just being able to trust the process and come out with an incredible win like this just is like the cherry on top.
Asia, congratulations, back-to-back national champions.
Thank you so much.
Asia O'Neal, a 6th-year player, sharing that special moment with her dad, the NBA star. And the confidence, you heard her talk about the culture and the confidence helping push Texas through to another national title.
It's crazy to think, because you got a lot of returners on this Texas team as well. Yes, they lose a couple of key pieces. Asia O'Neal, I don't know if we'll ever see somebody hit a slide quite like her again. You'll be able to watch her hopefully in Paris and in her professional career, but this Texas team returns a lot of talent.
Asia O'Neal, we mentioned what she was doing with her serve. She had 4 kills today, hit 375. This is a player that only had 4 errors in the whole NCAA tournament.
She hits for a high percentage. She's a dominant blocker. When I talked to David Hunt yesterday, he said, look, she's one of the best, if not the best middle attacker in the country. And you see how dangerous she can be, even in the backcourt. She had a huge dig, too, to continue the momentum that Texas has.
I think she is such a good example to aspiring middle blockers who want to play at the college level and beyond. She is such a well-rounded, all-the-way-around volleyball player. She has every skill in her toolkit. She has been so much fun to watch throughout her collegiate career at Texas.
You know, she told us coming into the tournament after winning the national title last year, she said, my crying face was everywhere. Well, I'm sorry, Asia. It's going to be everywhere again. Tears of joy for winning back-to-back titles. Texas comes out. They are dominant against Nebraska. And you had a great point, Katie. Remember, Nebraska was the #1 team for most of the season. Texas started #1, but they lost their first match. Only one other team had beaten Nebraska this year.
No, and I just can't believe how dominant this performance was from Texas, because Nebraska is such an incredible team, and we will see them respond next year. This feeling of not playing your best on the biggest stage, they will hold that with them. That will motivate them when we go into 2024.
Texas, an incredible performance, and how fitting. They win their 4th NCAA title the same way they won their 3rd, on an ace, this time from Asia O'Neal. No lack of confidence with this Texas Longhorn group. Jared Elliott has been confident in this group. Him and his coaching staff pushing them, believing in them all season. And Texas, the national champion. A sweep in Tampa. Another trophy coming back to Austin. And Texas will fly it home first class. They hold Nebraska to hitting under 100 in the national championship match. And Texas hooks them again, back to back. Now, except on the West Coast, stay tuned for your local news over most of these ABC stations. Texas